That's some fun music. It sounds very, like, somber? Melancholy? Hello, friends. I'm your host, MagicManMo, and welcome to MagicManMo Mobile, the mobily dedicated channel gaming channel. The gaming channel dedicated to mobile gaming. We're gonna play all of them. That's right. And today we're playing Alter Ego. I don't remember the exact description to this game, so yeah. Where id was, there ego shall be. Sigmund Freud. Walking down a hallway, singing to a... Oh, hey. I've been waiting for you, my lost child. I'm so terrified of what I'm about to see. I am Ego Rex. I administer rules. Oh, administer to me thine rules. What you will find here with me is you, yourself, and Dupree. Allow me to teach you the ways of this place. Shed your daily life. Here you shall contemplate. Great. What am I? What am I? Tap the whispers, collect ego. Oh. Yes, continue. That is good. Ego is the foundation. Yes. We need to know what we are. We have to contemplate this. This is a game about self-reflection. It also might be a clicker game. Now use your ego. Try reading No Longer Human by Osamu Dazai. Is this a game about like about the like learning psychology or something? No Longer Human by Osamu Dazai. The Fallen Buffoon. God, this is actually kind of hard to read. A novella by Osamu Dazai featuring a guilt-ridden and self-conscious protagonist eventually led to ruin by his afflictions. A month after its completion, Dazai committed suicide, drowning himself in the what is that? The Tarnagawa Aqueduct? Dude! Alright, I guess we'll read that. By reading, you can gather ego, even without tapping. It's a clicker game. Mine has been such a life of shame. Mine has been such a life of such shame. What am I? Oh, okay. This is like, the time is upon you. Go to S. How do I go to S? How do I go to ES? ES. I'm not entirely sure. Is this a game about being depressed? Maybe? We've almost got enough ego to read Demian by Herman Hesse. Is there something in the oh, what is this? What are you? Share your ego. Oh, check your shot before sharing it. No thanks, I'm good. I'm actually gonna pass on that. Is there a menu here? Make in-game purchases. Nah, I'm alright. How to play, credits, references, write a review. How to play. Gather ego. Face S, the story will alter according to your choices? My choices? Face yourself. Learn your true nature by taking personality tests. I'm on it. I'm gonna go to S. I'm gonna read Demian. To Break One's Shell. A novel by Herman Hesse in which protagonist Emile Sinclair, motivated by his mysterious friend Max Demian and his mother, engages in self-discovery. This novel stems from Hesse's introduction to the philosophy of Carl Jung. Okay, so we've read an additional book. Oh, there's S. It's down here. I'm an idiot. Oh, hi. Hey there. 1-1 personality assessment. Self-discovery begins. Timestamp ego earned via I'm on it. Let's do it. Well, look who showed up. I grew tired of waiting. I know, I didn't know how to get to you for a hot minute because I'm stupid. Sorry, but I'll get right to the point. I have 12 questions for you. Don't think too hard. Just honestly. Just unis anus. Just answer honestly. Do you tend not to get emotional? Do I tend to not get emotional? Wait, there's double negative here. Do you tend not to get emotional? Yes? Because outside of the YouTube space, I'm a pretty stoic individual, I think? I mean, I'm not heartless. I'm gonna throw a yes out there. Yes feels right enough. Do you put up a front for others? In the way where, depending on the context and situation you find yourself in, kind of, I don't feel like I wear my true self on my sleeve. I think that depending on any given context at any given time, there are many filters between what I would consider the real me and whoever I'm conversing with. So I would say that's probably close enough to yes. Are you easily influenced by others? I like to think not. One of my proudest moments was in elementary school. We were doing a problem solving task where we were given some sort of problem, some kind of question or riddle or something, and everyone in class had to answer what they believed was the solution to the riddle. I don't remember what the problem or riddle was, but depending on how we thought the answer was supposed to go, we were supposed to split up into different parts of the room. So if you believed one thing, you'd sit over here. If you believed another thing, you'd sit over here. I remember being the only one sitting in my spot. I was the only one that thought one way, and the teacher went around and had everyone else try to convince me to join their side, and none of them could convince me to join them, and many people joined me. I didn't have to do any convincing. They failed to convince me, so they realized the fault in their own logic and joined my side, because all along I had chosen the correct solution. So I am not easily influenced. Just because everyone else is sitting on the one side of the room doesn't mean I'm moving my butt. I'm gonna go with no. I'm not that easily influenced, actually. Are your tastes easy to discern? For me or for others? Like, is it easy for others to know my... I don't know. I'm gonna go with neither. I'm not sure. I don't understand the question. Do you get jealous easily? No, not really. There are things that I want, but I don't really desire them because someone else has them. You know what I mean? Do tough situations make you work even harder? A little bit. Yeah. Yeah, when the going gets tough, I try to stick in. I try to hang with it, I think. Yeah, sure. Are you often irritated by uncertainty? Oh, yes. Oh, I hate not knowing things. Oh, I hate being uncertain and I'm unsure all the time. I hate it. Are you unhindered by fear? I'm gonna say no. Being afraid of things does hold me back sometimes. Do you prefer things to be black and white? It would be, in many ways it'd be easier if everything was black and white, right and wrong, but it'd be less interesting, and it would be like so machine, so robotic. I'm gonna go with no. Not really. It's all of those shades in between that make life different for everyone. Are you often deceived? I don't think so, at least not as often as some, that's for sure. Do you like to be the center of attention? I do have a YouTube channel. I have a few. Sure. I love the attention. Do you ignore those you dislike? Yeah. I don't go after the people. Like, if I don't like someone, I don't, like, go after them. I usually like to just move on. I don't know what context you mean by ignore. This is one of those black, white, shades of gray situation. I don't know what you mean by ignore, but I'm gonna go with yes. Sure. Interesting. Interesting. You're analyzing. Uncertain, suspicion, doubt, terror, selfish, resolve. Some things are surface versus... Analysis complete. Ooh. Your defense mechanism is dichotomous thoughts, splitting. You see everything in absolutes. I think I just discussed how that wasn't necessarily true. You and others are either good or bad. Do you tend to push your ideas upon others or become easily disappointed? Don't you find that line of thinking a bit too convenient? Knowing your own negative side so well makes you particularly harsh toward those with similar flaws to you. I don't know that I agree with all of that. I will accept this outcome because I don't want to watch a video. I don't want to watch a video, so I will accept this outcome. Well, did that clear things up? No! You don't know much at all, do you? Not about this place or about who you are. No matter, we've only just begun. Come visit me again when you have more ego. I'm on it. I think I've got enough, actually. I got 2.22a, at least. Sure. Existence, the nameless place. I'm on it. Let's do that. I see you've been collecting ego, just as you were told. Well, when you put it that way, you make it sound like I'm an obedient dog. How earnest you are. I quite like it. There's something going on between us, Miss S? I suppose you've earned a reward. You're curious as to where we are, aren't you? A library? How do I put this? This place is closed off from the outside world. It doesn't need a name. To me, that's all there is to it. Still, I'm curious. How do you perceive this place? A place to discover who I am, a place to gain control over myself, a place to question who I've always been. The first one seems more positive, right? Discovery. You aren't wrong. There are no secrets here. The identity of this place is of little importance. You are here, now. Whether you will it or not, something lies up ahead. I can't read. Perhaps that is exactly why you seek reasons. You and I, both. Come back when you have saved up more ego. Well, that didn't give me much at all, did it? Well, I don't have 10.34a. I will enter into inquiry. Read more books. Oh, well met, my lost child. Allow me to remind you how to roam this place. Oh, okay, yeah. No, we've already read that before. Thank you. I did that. I figured that one out. One final thing. A warning. Maintain your guard with S. Maintain your guard with S. Oh, she's gonna try to trick us? I don't know if I trust her. There's some sort of level of mystery here that I'm not entirely sure, like it's posing as a sort of self-discovery tool to take these tests and stuff. But like, yeah, maintain your guard, because like, I feel like I specifically try to go out of my way where I didn't see things in absolutes, and then she was like, you see things in absolutes. So is it like about people telling you who you are, even though they don't know you, and only you can know yourself? So do you even trust how S like describes you? She says you're one way, but do you truly believe that that's who you are? Do you believe you are who other people tell you you are, or do you believe you are who you believe you are? Oh, I've got a goals tab now too, by the way. Read over 200 pages. Tap 500 whispers, watch 10 videos, achieve 5 goals, reach an ending 1 times. There is an ending, log in for 1 day. Okay, and there's some records here. Books read and tests taken. Oh, interesting. I'm gonna hit rock bottom one day. Others can't see things my way. Trusting others ends in betrayal. Others can't see things my... What? I have always been a seeker. Oh, I like that one. I'm gonna make it big someday. I'm gonna hit rock bottom I'm gonna make it big, and then I'm gonna make it small. I'm gonna get to the top, and then I'm gonna hit rock bottom. Oh, we can keep reading more pages here. Oh, you can spend more stuff to actually read more of these pages. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. So you can read more and add more, like, per second ego boosts or whatever. Alright, I think I have enough for the next S. Yeah, know your audience. Leading role. Okay, let's do that. What's this all about? There are all sorts of books here. There's even one that ends differently every time you read it. It's a picture book. Here, I'll show you. Your interpretation of the story is very much of interest to me. Oh. The characters are comprised of a prince, a king, and a maid. Your interpretation will decide what kind of story this is. So I'll ask you a few questions, alright? Choose the closest answer to your take on it. Now let me hear your story. What is the prince doing? He looks like he's like relieved. He might be crying, but his hand is like on his forehead. He's like relieved, crying because the king got mad at him, pretending to cry because of something the maid said to him, rubbing his eyes because he just woke up. I think the woke up one is the closest thing to me, because he doesn't look like he's crying. He's like rubbing the top of his eye. He doesn't look like he's crying to me. How does the king feel about this? Dizzy? Maybe I woke up late or something. He's contemplating how best to discipline the prince. He's panicking over the gap between ideals and reality. He's angry over what's going on between the prince and the maid. What's going on between the prince and the maid? What does this game think is happening between the prince and the maid? He's contemplating how best to discipline the prince. Maybe for oversleeping. Yeah, maybe that's the one. Why is the maid hiding? Because she's snooping. Because she's a gossip. To gloat over the royal pair's distress, to escape the prince's observation, to watch over the prince from the shadows. Well, I don't think the gloating. To escape observation? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because she's trying not to be seen. She's hiding because she's trying not to be seen. How does the story end? The prince elopes with the maid, the king regains his control, the prince recovers of his own accord. I don't think they're going to elope. I don't think that's what's happening. And the king regains his control, like his composure over himself. Maybe. I think the prince is gonna be fine. One day he'll grow up just fine. One day he'll learn that sometimes you have to wake up early to get things done. But then other days you have a day off, or it's the weekend and you can sleep in a little bit, and that's kind of fun too. I'm gonna say he recovers. He'll be fine. The despondent prince lifts his chin and sets off down his own path, as we all do one day. Sure. So that's how your story goes. Close enough, I guess. It's not exactly my idea, but there are some truths of reality one can find only in fiction. Next time, I want you to let me interpret your story. Analyzing. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't know what you think you're going to be able to tell me about me based on that nonsense, cuz I don't know. Ooh. Your hidden motif is stable nature, selfish autonomy. You take the reins of your own life without searching for impetus in others. By taking an active approach, you open up the path for yourself. The idea of relying on others is nigh on unthinkable for you, as it is your firm discipline to decide things for yourself. I'll bet you're also extremely determined to fulfill all of your goals. However, you should probably try seeking help from others before you get stuck. I feel like that a little bit. I do feel like a little bit of a loner sometimes, kind of going out trying to make ideas and decisions for myself. You know, I don't want to feel like I'm not in control of my decisions. I will accept this outcome. See, if something changes in your worldview, the ending will change. That goes for this place too, not just the story. The future will be decided by your interpretation, by your will. So hurry back when you have more ego. Oh, I shall. I'm very curious to see where this goes. Oh, I logged in for 1 day. So yeah, I get 1 hour worth of ego I will receive. Oh. Well, that was easily done. There we go. That's going to give me quite a huge boost because I need like 100 or something like that for the next... I need 620. Oh, I need 600. That's a lot more than I thought I needed. Mine has been a life of such shame. Trusting others ends in betrayal. What is this? Ooh. I was a butterfly, a fluttering hither and thither. Observe in full these real-world videos, and for 10 minutes, triple all ego earned. I'm gonna pass. That's okay. I'm alright. Oh, we can acquire The Moon Over the Mountain by Atsushi Nakajima. Ooh. Glutted with Cowardly Pride, a novella by Atsushi Nakajima, in which failed poet Li Zhang comes to terms with his transformation into a cognizant tiger. Unlike the fable upon which it is based, the novella focuses on Zhang's internal distress at his transformation. We will begin reading that book, I guess. It's gonna be a while before we get to 600. Oh my god, there's a lot of these all of a sudden. You have to collect a bit of order, or you can't do anything. You have to... Why were there so many all of a sudden? We can do 1 for Monarch of Stone, Antagonistic Surveillant. Okay. That facade is getting full of themselves. What facade? Who are you talking about? Oh? When did you wander in? I didn't see you. I wonder if the facade is the two-headed thing that keeps talking to us. I'm sure you must have run into them on the way. The self-proclaimed monarch, the facade, the wretch. That facade lives to plague me. Fall not to impulse, conform to the standard. Over and over and over they whisper at me. What need is there for social stricture here? What's your take on it? Best to live on impulse, depends on the time and the place, rules are absolute. Everything in context. Such an ambiguous answer, but it beats that facade's any day. You see, that facade is my adversary. They would control me, like judge and jury. Listen, you hear it, don't you? Their voice. Damn you, hush, you damnable facade. I'm not mistaken. I'm not a failure. Forgive me, I can't focus on a conversation right now. If you don't mind, come back later. I'll see you when you have more ego saved up. Oh, that didn't get us very far. That didn't give us anything new. I need like 24.8B. I don't know why they go with A and B as their things, because it's not like millions or billions, unless it's supposed to be in some other language where A is million or something. I'm not entirely sure. Oh man. Actually, there was a butterfly floating around that you were looking at. Can I click on the butterfly? Oh, that's so that I can get the ego or what. If you click on a butterfly, you can get more ego or something. Well, this is a really interesting, strange game. Like, it's piqued my interest, but it is a clicker game, so it requires a lot of grinding. And apparently it does have endings, so I'm curious to see what an ending in this game would even look like. So if you're interested in seeing me play more of it, please let me know down in the comments below by hitting that like button. Otherwise, today, I'm gonna have to put it down. If you enjoyed that video, please do all the things, but what if you guys do? I want to thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, wash your hands. Bye!